Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackiefish.
And I'm Apollo. And this is the Siege of Helm.
We almost got it on our fourth.
Almost.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the brand new Total War Rise of Mordor update. We are diving in with a classic, a Battle of Helm's Deep. And today we'll be taking a look at the brand new Riders of the Mark. Rohan has now entered the game. And Apollo, what do you think of them?
Rohan, you know, they're okay, I guess. No, they look awesome. They're fantastic. They went into extreme detail with the units. So it's pretty cool to see just, how lifelike they are.
Yeah, indeed, they look absolutely amazing. And obviously, we've got this epic scenario battle for you guys today. Battle itself is 60 minutes. We'll probably be cutting some parts out here and there. But as you would say, this is definitely a snack-worthy engagement.
Yes.
For sure.
Of course. Snacks and drinks. Get somewhere comfortable. And this is... Helm's Deep is like... It's like a yearly tradition to do at least one Helm's Deep a year. And me personally, I think this battle is the greatest cinematic battle out of any movie. Siege battle. I mean, I've seen the Siege of Winterfell, and I'll tell you. Oh, well.
Oh,
man.
Season 8, Game of Thrones, 10 out of 10. Can't beat it.
Okay, I know this is off topic, but are you excited about Game of Thrones at all? Like, that TV show kind of like ruined Game of Thrones for me to the point where I just don't care.
Well, so many of the sequels got cancelled as well. All the plans for prequels and sequels. I think they're planning for 6, and only one of them is being made, which is pretty hilarious. That.
Which I don't care about.
Yeah, very much so. After the
it's sad.
Of the series, yeah.
Yeah, I love that show, and I tried to rewatch it. And I'm like, who cares? The ending sucks.
Yeah, literally, it's so goddamn bad. And nothing will ever happen. We get boned. So
yeah,
it is what it is. But you want to take a quick look at some of the units?
Oh, really? Look at the center. It looks like he's gonna ignite the wall here.
Oh, is this going to be it nice and early? And this is one of the problems of not having your archers on the walls. If they had archers on the walls, you could scream, Legolas! Bring him down! Bring him down! Instead, they're able to get to the walls and set them ablaze. And yeah, this is going to be painful. Because, these guys do go down very quickly when it comes to arrow fire. So if you focus them down with a couple of units,
whoa!
There we go. Is this all you can conjure?
Whoa!
Any more right there. Boom. That's awesome to see. I guess, do you want to take a quick
That
look
was
at
cool.
Because the battle is already...
yeah. What do you want to start with? You want to just focus on Rohan or all of them?
Yeah, of course. I mean, everyone's seen Dunland and Isengard before, so we'll just look at the men of Rohan and start off, I guess, in the breach. We have some of the new sword fens. These guys are heavily armored, raring to go, the trained tier of Rohan, so a very capable heavy infantry unit moving in to defend this choke point, which I assume is going to have just thousands of Uruks charging through momentarily. Behind that, we do have some of the Erling men-at-arms. These are the heavy spear guard of Rohan, looking really awesome in that scaled chainmail. Again, moving up to reinforce. Behind that, we do have some of the mustered archers, just kind of like the basic tier. Don't really like ketchup. It's all about the mustard.
Yeah.
And they're ready to kind of volley in and help out. Then we've got obviously the cream of Rohan. We've got the cavalry and some esquires of Rohan, fairly heavily armored and looking for combat. Some more archers, some more spearmen, and then do you want to quickly go over the forces inside of the keep itself?
Yeah, sure. I'll go really quick. So right near that first gate, we've got some axe thanes. So clearly very professional. They are equipped with axes, so slightly different, attack damage, I suppose, than the swords. Right behind them, we've got the Guards of the Golden Hall. This unit looks so cool. They got nice little gold in their chest armor there. The detail is fantastic. You can see just the horse heads if you zoom in, and that collar armor. It looks so great. So yeah, Rohan is so cool. And then down furthermore, we got more axe thanes. We got the more men-at-arms, which you already checked out earlier. And then we've got some sword thanes, so they're like the axe thanes, but they have swords. And then here's another axe thane. So that's the first layer. The second layer, let's see, what kind of archers do we have here? We have the yeomen of the mark, and then inside we got some swordsmen, more axe thanes, sword thanes, and more guards of the Golden Hall. And of course we have King Theoden. Look at him.
The model as well, which is looking amazing.
Beautiful blue eyes. Look at that.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see it in this battle, but a lot of the orcs from Mordor now all have new custom models and custom skins and stuff, so they look really, really good now. Really kind of spreads out the diversity of the orcs, and it's not just fighting one clone soldier among thousands. It actually looks very different now, which is obviously great to see. And obviously, there's nothing to worry about up on this hill, nothing to see here. Just,
nothing.
Or something.
Yeah, Eomer has abandoned Rohan. He's not coming back.
Exactly. Much like the soldiers on the wall are abandoning their positions, it does seem like Isengard have basically managed to claim a large portion of the wall already and are pushing down, I guess, fortifying these positions as they just put so much pressure on the men of Rohan here. I mean, they outnumber them fairly heavily. Battle started off with over 8,000 Uruk-hai charging down against the defenders, with 6,000 of them holding this fortress. But this is obviously the easy part of the settlement, right? It's taking this position when it is going to get a lot harder when you make your way into the settlement itself.
Yeah, and it looks like Rohan kind of knows that, and they're just kind of putting a light defense here and just kind of making it difficult a little speed bump until they get to the real defense, which is going to be the inner keep.
But the thing is, a lot of ammunition is being spent already, and you never really want to kind of blow through all your load this early on in the battle, because a lot of the attacking players will be holding back their more elite units until we kind of get a little bit closer in. So kind of keeping that ammunition in is always a smart decision.
Oh yeah.
Don't have any supply wagons either to replenish that ammunition. All the gates gone down now as well. It'll be interesting to see if they do decide to actually push through here, because that burning oil can really just be an absolute death trap for the attackers.
Whoa, I don't know if you saw that. I just saw Aragorn and Gimli just jump.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they just jumped in front of the gate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm figuring it out.
Just,
oh,
wow, they're fighting it out. And Theoden's like, get out of there.
Man, if only. For a second, I was like, wait, what, really?
Really? Yeah.
Oh. You completely had me there. Doesn't look like there's any burning oil coming down, which is going to be a big advantage for the attackers, because that burning oil is serious. It definitely racks up so many kills, so the attackers are lucky they don't have to go up against that.
Yeah, and honestly, this attack over at the gate, it's not too strong. So I would really try to fight for it and reclaim it if I was Rohan.
Yeah, I mean, they do have some really good soldiers. The White Hand Stormers are like the strongest units Isengard have to offer, so they are definitely coming out with some deadly warriors. But yeah, they are obviously fighting some of the Axe Fens and the Sword Fens, so it's going to be a decent matchup. I think weight of numbers at that gate will definitely be a problem. And one of the nice things you can do as the attackers in the settlement is if you can get into that kind of right-hand side, I guess, part of the defensive settlement, you can actually get yourself up on that wall through them stairs and then clear the walls out and maybe open that gate open. And then start elsewhere, or even getting your archers up there whilst you're continuing to push up. So it's actually quite a nice position, and something that Rohan definitely doesn't want to give up.
Yeah, for sure. It's huge. And it looks like they've taken control of the breach over at the long wall.
God damn, that's gone already. Yeah, look at that. There's not many men of Rohan still left remaining.
They're trying, but yeah, they definitely... I like how Rohan's kind of setting up and slowly falling back to the ramp, the pathway that leads to the inner keep.
Yeah, but you need to be doing damage, right? You can't just let Isengard take this without a fight, and yeah, they really, really need to make sure that they punish them for every step of the way, because right now the Dunlendings are coming flying through now, engaging some of the more heavily armored soldiers, trying to basically pick off any of the archers who are currently retreating.
Yeah, and that's smart. You definitely want to try to cut them off while they're unorganized.
Definitely. And the nice thing is about this large scale map, we were saying before the replay, is like this map is really big. It kind of suits the battle we're trying to fight because, you know, in Total War, you don't want to just see one choke point. You want this kind of bigger open field. But yeah, it's actually kind of paying in their advantage because they can actually maneuver this cavalry quite effectively because of the sheer size of the settlement.
Yeah, for sure. Get some good flanks.
Yeah, we thought it was quite funny being able to just like, you know, obviously in the books and stuff, the settlement is tiny, but cavalry is just going on a leisurely stroll right now. You're kind of going wherever it wants to.
Yeah, we were just talking about that before we recorded, that this map is definitely a little bigger than the actual Helm's Deep, and it, like you said, it gives the Cav the opportunity to get some good hammer and anvil and cycle charges.
Yeah, this has been designed for that sole purpose, for more of like a battle-friendly map rather than something that's, you know, super tight and you can have like 2,000 men in it and that's about it.
Exactly.
In this way, you get to see this larger scale battle, which is nice. But yeah, as you can see, the soldiers defending that breach have now completely gone. The crossbows are rushing in, the Urukai crossbowmen, and now the men of Rohan are being completely enveloped. I cannot believe how quickly this has fallen. I was expecting a little bit more here. Hey, where are the elves? That's what we needed to know.
Yeah,
if
what the heck?
Here, maybe they'd be able to hold the line. I guess they want to go for more friendly.
Yeah. Well, I did say Aeromir was going to show. Wait a second. The Cav is charging. That's early. Yes.
Oh, wow. The cavalry has come. I completely was not expecting that.
It's like at midnight, look east.
Yeah, literally. On the first day, not the fifth day. Gandalf's already arrived before the battle's even kicked off. And he's just like, oh, God, they're not even here yet.
But it wasn't in the book, though. It wasn't Aeromir. Aeromir was already in the fortress, right? It was like I forgot the name. I think it starts with an H. He wasn't in the movies, whatever. But yeah, the Cavs here, and that was. I honestly thought they were gonna show up at the end of the battle, but this is cool. I mean, it's a little alternative.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be able to start smashing away at the rear guard because I guess one of the advantages of turning up this early in the battle is that they can, you know, harass a large amount of the army before it even gets inside of the settlement.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it lets the Cav kind of deal with the huge force in this open area, where if they waited, they would have had to charge a force that's like in a very narrow ramp, you know, leading into the keep. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, Isengard would have just stuck pikes to that breach and been like, come at me, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, now we're starting to get a good look at the men of Rohan, the cavalry, who look spectacular.
Knights of the Mark. That's cool.
This is the main unit for Rohan. Is going to be their cavalry, and we've pretty much only been looking at their infantry and archers. So yeah, this is the real meat of the roster.
Oh yeah.
You already see these hammer and anvils coming in pretty clutch, already doing a sizable amount of damage to the forces of Dunland. And yeah, whittling down their numbers fairly effectively. And it'll be very interesting to see what happens to this, because as you can see, we've got a very long replay still left remaining. So I'm surprised, you know, that this cavalry has come out this quickly, and you know the wall itself has fallen this quickly. So I'm really interested to see, do Rohan just hold a staunch line in this inner keep and prevent anyone from breaking through? I guess I can definitely see that happening, because in the end of the battle there is simply just one choke point, so they could really just fall back there and try their best to hold the line.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely a burden for Isengard, but they're not going to let up. They're still pushing the ramp. Or, not the ramp. They're pushing the ramp. This little...
Blood Avengers moving up.
Oh, yeah. Look at these guys.
Their land lease from Isengard.
Yeah. Gave them their helmets.
Yeah, exactly. They had some spare. So I was just like, hey, Dunland, you can have these, okay?
Yeah. They're too small.
Exactly. They'll be pushing up. They're charging down the routing units, or sorry, the falling back units. So we get some men at arms ready to hold this line, bide as much time as possible for the inner layer to set up their defense. And the cavalry is still just...
Ooh.
Ooh?
Nice.
What was the all for?
Oh, someone got hit with the arrow.
Oh, okay, it's like action-packed moment. You're gonna tell me where?
Yeah, no. Here, you know, this is gonna be tough for the Rohan Cav that has showed up. You know, the reinforcement force, because if I was Isengard, wait, does Isengard not have cross? No, they do.
They're all inside the settlement.
Yeah, I would just get them on the walls and shoot at the Cav outside.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be good. But again, do you want to waste your ammunition doing that? Like, you really need that ammunition to.
That's true.
Crack it,
That's true. That's fair, because the infantry can probably do all the work.
Saying that though, they have actually got some crossbows up on that wall, so they're taking your advice, and that's gonna, I guess, at least give them some respite from that horse. But
Yeah.
Oh my god, some of the kills. Oh my god, the kills on this cavalry are insane. There's like 200 and multiple of them already.
Wow. And they've been charging frontal charges the whole time.
I mean, that's what you would expect, right, from these, you know,
Bro,
heavily
hero?
armored horses.
Yeah.
You would hope for nothing less. It'd be so underwhelming if, you know, they're like, oh, we've released Rohan, and their cavalry just gets destroyed by Gondor or, you know, by anyone else, you know.
Yeah.
It would be really underwhelming.
The Saxon horse people.
Yeah, exactly. You want them to at least have that oomph in their charges and that ability to kind of kind of hammer and anvil in multiple times. And I believe there is an Aemir unit as well. I'm not sure if the players have brought him in this battle, but there is.
There is. It's the general. He's in the back.
Oh yeah, he's right at the back.
Aemir,
yeah. Show you guys his model as well. It is really dark. The people who play this battle did decide to do it at night time, which for Attila is never a good idea.
Yeah.
You guys can see his armor, hopefully pretty decent. You just don't go look at the gate. I zoomed in on the gate and it was just pure darkness. The night shadow. You just can't see what the hell is going on there. It's just a blob all merging into one. But we can take a look at the unit cards, and as you can see, the sword fangs have now been killed. They are routing through the forces of Isengard. However, some archers are now firing, and the yeomans of the Mark are actually volleying down at the gatehouse.
Oh yeah.
A few more kills into that black blob. They're just like, yep, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. But they are firing into the Stormers, which is missile block chance. They have 85 missile block chance, so that at least provides them a little bit of extra cover for them. Cavalry, man, is relentless. It's just constantly going in, and yeah, 300 kills on that one, 160, 350. That's some serious damage. That
Insane.
is a lot of damage. Yeah, it really is.
They got some horse archers as well.
Yeah, they're like volleying in, just harassing. Another charge going in there. Oh, a charge going in on the shot and the half-orc axes. Don't know why they're on the front lines right now. I think at this point they need to get their units inside the settlement. Like, there's just no reason to keep anyone out here now. The way you're doing it needs to look a bit more cinematic, but at this point, you've taken enough casualties. I think it is time to get your army inside the settlement now.
Use the pikemen to be the rear guard, like you said earlier.
Yeah, exactly, and really force the force the cavalry to actually dismount and then, you know, kind of fight on foot, because at least that way they'll provide a little bit more of extra support.
For sure. Yeah, because they're gonna need all the men they can get attacking this keep area. Because
yeah, how's the ammunition looking?
Yeah, they're holding on to the very last stand archers.
Yeah, which is not a bad idea. Yeah, we got some good ammunition left. Not like tons, but still enough to continue to progress through this battle.
Rohan has also sent in some axe thanes to reinforce that front line.
Yeah, that's really important. We don't want to give up any of these positions too early, because if the attackers can get a foothold, there will be no way for them to take it back. Okay, guys, we are back, and as you can see, the cavalry is just causing mayhem at the ramp, and the enemy general is currently being smashed down by some horses, and it's a little bit scary now. If Rohan can break their way through the gate, that's going to really cut off an assault route for the forces of Isengard.
Yeah, I think what Isengard should do here is stop attacking that front gate. Like just stop attacking it, because they're just losing troops way too quickly, and they should wait until the other Isengard forces get through the side gate there. That way they're putting pressure on both sides.
Well, the problem really is that they can't get any reinforcements over here, because the cavalry is just reigning supreme, right? So they can't reinforce that gate at any time, because the cavalry will just demolish anything moving over there. So they're really kind of divide and conquered.
I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, just hold the troops you have, keep them alive, wait until Isengard and the Dunlendings get through the side gate, and they start putting a lot of pressure on that front, then attack that main gate again. But we'll see. It looks like he's sending in his general, Isengard.
Yeah, I mean, well, they have managed to clear out, like, a lot of the defenders there, and they can get some soldiers up on the wall now as well if they really wanted to. They've obviously opened up that rear passage, so they could get some soldiers up there, starting, surrounding these armies. And it's a real shame they can't reinforce these sections. The cavalry is once again smashing in. So many soldiers. I think the cavalry kills are going to be off the charts when we look at the casualties at the end of the battle.
Oh, the pikes are out of position.
Oh my god, and another charge, yeah. The cavalry have really just dominated this battlefield. They've got some serious kills.
I mean,
goes to show what like a good cavalry player can do to you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Isengard is out here fighting because they want control of the area so they can reinforce that front gate. But I think at this point you just give up. Like, get your troops inside the city wall, or the walls there. That way you can, just hold with 1 or 2 units against the cav. Oh my god, look at that. That's 4 units over there breaking.
Yep, and they're just gonna get all run down. It's a real shame there's no like part of the settlement where you can like access the inner keep from the outer wall. Like by just like going up through it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
By just like traveling along the wall and getting into the inner keep. That really opens the attacker's route of assault. But yeah, this has just been. I don't think I've seen a massacre this badly in Total War for a long, long time.
Yeah, well, I mean, the balance of power is still in favor of the attackers. They can still win this, but it's definitely going to be tough getting through all these choke points.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely been just overrunning Rohan at them 2 choke points, wherever it is, if it's at the gate or up on that ramp area. They've, been doing, like, pretty well. But, yeah, just letting the shock infantry get charged is just brutal. They end up losing so many men to this cavalry, or so many Uruks to this cavalry, that it's actually, really deadly.
Yeah.
And, I'm really interested to see how many kills actually they do end up racking up now. As the cavalry is starting to dwindle, there's not as much left as there was, but, I mean, for the most part, they're now, like, enveloping pikes and clearing out what remains.
Another pike unit out of position, got charged.
Yep, rear charge, run through, hammer and anvil.
Yep.
It's brutal.
And those pikes are so important too, because pikes are really good at fighting in choke points, and Rohan doesn't have any pikes.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could easily push through with those pikes, but they got to keep them alive.
Yeah, and they also like really absorb the ammunition as well. Like that's just like a big target for all the archers to shoot at. So again, it kind of saves some of your more expensive units, because all the archers are busy focusing down onto the pikes.
Yeah. So it looks like they're finally grouping up and they're falling back into the walls.
They need to get their asses through that wall, stick a pike unit there.
Oh my god, the crossbows.
Yeah. I can totally understand what the Isengard players are trying to do. They're trying to make the battle interesting, because it would be really boring if they did just bring their entire army inside the settlement, formed one line of pikes there, and then just forgot about the cavalry. That'd really be counterproductive. But I feel like they should have definitely got coming in maybe a little bit sooner than they did.
Yeah, for sure.
Cavalry has racked up thousands of kills, and balance of power-wise, as you can see, there's 2,700 defenders left and 3,100 attackers, so almost in favor of the defenders, which is never a good sign.
No.
With 30 minutes left in the battle.
I still think Isengard can win this as long as those walking tree things don't show up.
Oh yeah,
I forgot the name.
Ents.
Well, no, they weren't Ents. They were like I don't know. I forgot. It starts with an H. I forgot, but they like move, but they're not quite Ents.
Yeah, they're like semi-Ents.
Yeah. So as long as they don't show up, they're good.
Yeah, the battle is still in their grasps as yeah, the assault does continue. Yeah, as we were saying, like, pretty much everybody is now coming inside of the settlement, which is a good idea. Crossbows on the wall guarding that retreat. Again, though, there's a lot of that ammunition has been used on the cavalry, and you really needed to kind of soften up these choke points so you can get more and more of your soldiers inside and raring to fight. But I think the biggest play here for the defenders was simply cutting off any reinforcements to the gate assault, because like if they could have broken through that gate assault, then they could have obviously rear charged with the soldiers defending the inner layer, and then that would really help them out, kind of just push into this final stand.
Yeah, I mean, that front gate is the quickest pathway to getting to the town center. So you know, because Eomer and his posse showed up so quickly in this battle, that was a huge help of, you know, cutting off any extra, like you said, cutting off reinforcements from getting that front gate.
We currently have Berserkers, Blood Avengers, all charging up the ramp, engaging these beautiful looking men of Rohan.
Oh, those cloaks.
Yeah, they look so good. This is definitely one of the best looking units in the Rohan roster for sure. Really, really nice stuff there.
And we are back. And it looks like Rohan has started to send in their archers to try to hold back the Isengard force, which is always
every man must have.
Yes. And that's always a troubling sight, you know. It's a good sight when you're the attacker and you're like, oh, they're sending in archers. Like, you know, you're getting close to the end with the defenders, but let's see if they have enough to actually get there.
Yeah, and we saw, whilst we weren't recording, we saw that the force of Isengard were actually broken at the gate. The cavalry made their way up the ramp and actually came inside the settlement, managing to basically clear off what remained of that initial gate assault. However, we are now seeing Isengard coming back out of that breach point and looking to make their way all the way around, and then obviously, I guess, assault that gate once again. But they are going to leave themselves pretty vulnerable to the cavalry, which we can just about starting to see move in now. They are kind of circling their prey as they get closer to the city.
Yeah, and you know, Isengard kind of has to, they have to do this, because if they had just attack one choke point, they're not going to get in.
Yeah, exactly. It's a losing battle really for Isengard. I feel sorry for them because they're, you know, they can either go for that one choke point and probably eventually lose, or they can try a risky play like this and just get smashed by cavalry, and they don't really have an answer to it.
Yeah, they don't.
And again, unfortunately, it's a lot of shock infantry. They have one of them white-hand stormers, but a lot of these guys are berserkers who just can't receive a cavalry charge. You know, they're just going to get run through. Yeah,
and that's such an important unit, you know, and to lose them like that is tragic.
Yeah, exactly. It's super expensive and not a unit you want to throw away lightly, and you can already, you know, every single number in them berserker groups definitely, you know, rack up. There's already got 20 lost from them. All this time they're getting hammered from the archers up on the wall. Yeah, I definitely feel sorry for the Isengard players this day.
Yeah, yeah. Rohan OP.
I imagine balance battle-wise as well. Yeah, you can already start to see the numbers are closing in.
Oh yeah, they are.
A lot right now. And yeah, it's very close to Rohan actually having the number advantage. And I can only imagine when that number advantage does finally kick in, it is going to be GG, the nail in the coffin for Isengard.
Yeah, you know, if Isengard can just take care of this cav, you know, if they could just get them off the battlefield, it'll be a huge headache gone. And I still think they have enough troops to get in there and do some damage, because Rohan, if you look at what they have left, I mean, it's not a ton. I mean, they are very good units, but I think they can still do this. It's just going to be really close.
Yeah, they just need to really just kind of like, yeah, break through that. And as you said, they don't really have a ton of soldiers left at that unit. The guards of the Golden Hall are down to 70 men now, so they're not exactly, fully stocked on soldiers. And as their numbers start to drop, they're fighting pikemen as well, so obviously not be going in their favor. So they just got to keep on pushing and try and hope that they can get a breach. It does seem like Aemir is coming out of the settlement now to probably try and stop anyone else from getting in. And for the most part, it seems like Isengard have been able to reinforce this gate, but at what cost as another cavalry charge comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Right into the back of the half-orc axes, who were just, oh my god. How many kills do you think that these horses are going to have had by the end of this battle?
I feel like they killed half of all the armies, like...
Yeah, okay. Better yet, how many kills do you think the most killed unit on this cavalry have? What's the highest
I would say probably in the 300s.
Oh, is that it? I'm gonna go like 550.
550? All right, I'll go 370. And okay. I think it's gonna be more, it's not that high, but I think it's, with all the cav, it's gonna be a nice spread where a lot of the units got a lot of kills.
Okay, I'm gonna revise my guess. I'm gonna say 371.
Oh, come on.
It's a strategy. You got.
What is this? The Price is Right?
Yeah, exactly. 371. I think that's the perfect number, actually.
So yeah, there goes the general. He's doing cycle charges.
Yeah, Aemir coming in. We're up to 45 kills there. Not bad whatsoever. Especially now he has so much of his heavy shot cavalry still left remaining.
We have a garrison of the Hornburg. That's a cool unit.
Whereabouts is that?
They're at the bottom of the ramp at the front gate. It's like an archer unit.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there they are. Perfect. Very fitting, right? As we are there. I like the red underneath the armor as well. Make them stand out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The rest of the
you get the red shields. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a cool unit. It's just since we're at Hornburg,
Yeah, exactly. Definitely very fitting. I mean, Isengard have deployed a lot of soldiers at the gate. Like, I feel like they're gonna run out at the ramp now. Things are just going from bad to worse. Like, they're getting more than out to assault this gate, and with them archers firing down from up on top of that wall, like, they're starting to lose more and more men, and I feel like eventually this is gonna break and they're just gonna not have any soldiers left.
That's how you know that the defenders are so confident, when they just sally out troops, like.
Exactly.
They bring the fight to the attackers, yeah.
Definitely looking good. And as well as that, they also still have that power shooting down as well, which isn't shooting super fast, but every single fire arrow that gets lobbed off definitely does end up racking up a kill or two, adds up over time.
Yeah.
And Theoden is coming out, I think. He's on the ramp right now.
Oh my god. Ride out and meet them.
Yeah, for Death and Glory, Rohan.
He's like, nah, just kidding, lol.
Just sees him turn around and run into the mountain passes. Catch you later.
Yeah. Psych, I'm not dying for you guys. Look at, I just realized all of his bodyguard have white horses. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is very, very cool as well. Small details like that, which is really nice. Oh, what a charge. And poor crossbows. Oh my god.
Yeah,
the kill count increases.
Theoden's like one of my favorite characters in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah? Why is that?
I don't know, he's just kind of like, I don't know, his speeches were really cool, and he was almost like, he wanted to fight for Rohan so bad to the point where he was just suicidal, like, multiple times.
Yeah.
Just like...
There was no other option. It was now or never, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, his speech was like, fear no darkness, death, like...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he did a pretty successful job. The reinforcements didn't arrive. He did break them on Pelennor Fields, right? So... Yeah,
he did a lot. Yeah, for sure. And then he dies, I don't know. That's just...
pretty... facing down the Witch King, It's, pretty epic.
So we're back, and Isengard is now attacking the inner gate. or the flank gate, whatever you want to call it, but they are finally pushing, but they have taken many casualties trying to get through here, and as time goes on, it looks more and more grim for Isengard.
Yeah, they are throwing in everything they have right now, and there's just not much left. Their forces have finally defeated that cavalry, but the damage it's done has just been pretty crazy. And as you can see, there's a 500 man advantage now in this battle in favor of the defenders, which is, yeah, not a good sign.
No, it's not good at all. And Isengard once again is charging through the front gate, and they have made no progress on this side in terms of like area captured. They are getting surrounded. Theoden's in the fight. I honestly feel like it's just a matter of time until Isengard just chain routes out of this battle.
Yeah, I mean, that is fair, but again, like, maybe they have enough. I don't know. I guess not. I can definitely see the chain routing happening, but there isn't exactly a ton left for Rohan either. They have a handful of infantry which are all engaged, and then just archers who don't have any ammunition.
That's
left.
true.
So, like, if they're aggressive, they have pikes as well. Like over at the ramp gate, they still have some pikes left remaining, pushing through that position. So that's a great way of killing the spears.
That's true. I mean, the balance of power is only slightly in favor of the defenders. I think it's going to come down to the generals. If they can kill the Isengard generals, then it's over. But if they can kill Theoden here, maybe that will cause a chain route for the defenders. I don't know. It's possible.
It doesn't really look like Theoden is going to go down. Still have 56 men left remaining, and that Isengard general is actually chasing him through the battle.
Oh.
Yeah, that's probably going to be GG. I think at this point you can probably just triple speed through the last of it if you want to just go and hit the triple speed now. And we can probably just triple speed through the rest of this battle. And I mean, my God, what a battle it was. That cavalry that came out so quickly as well. It took us both by surprise.
Yeah. I mean,
good thing you mentioned it, because we could have looked over and the entire cavalry would have just been like already have done what they did.
yeah, good thing I saw. But I honestly thought the cav was gonna show up like 10 minutes ago, like back when Isengard was fully attacking the front gate and the side gate. Then the cav would show up, kind of like to keep it kind of like the movie. Or even now if the cav showed up.
Yeah, exactly. The dire times, but they decided to get stuck right in, and stuck in they did. They got so many kills. But it was actually pretty goddamn disgusting. And there you go, a big rout there from Isengard over on the ramp gate, and only 40 seconds left. The last couple units, I think it's just the crossbows now going in.
Full on charge.
And yeah, Theoden's going to get some more kills, up to 104 already, and finish these guys off. I'm surprised they're not like mass routing. But yeah, still able to keep themselves stuck. And I guess at this point as well, we should mention as well that this update is now up for everybody. I'll obviously link it down below in the description, so you guys can go and check out the brand new units. Obviously go over to their Discord as well, link that as well, so you guys can go ahead and play in these type of battles and basically just see all the future updates that are coming. I think they posted something about their troll animations earlier today, so it's definitely worth taking a look out for that. And they've been really pumping out these new factions as well. So okay, let's take a look at the cavalry. I'm very interested to see. Yeah, oh my God, 400 kills. So I won with my guess of 3.
Yeah, you were closer. God. 470. Jeez.
Yeah, no, that cavalry just tore everybody apart. That was brutal.
But, I was right about it being a pretty good spread. I mean, every cav unit got over 139 kills. Oh, no, one got 95, but most of them got a ton of kills. Yeah,
they really did. And you can also see as well in this update the new Isengard unit cards as well, which really nice little update. They just look a lot cleaner, a lot more like, just kind of stand out a lot more. So yeah, big props to the dev team with this new update where we saw Rohan getting added. And I mean, honestly, it was only 2 months ago they added in the dwarf, so you can really start to see that the pace of this mod is definitely picking up. Everybody's supporting them over on their Discord, watching their live streams and stuff. I'm sure is a huge motivation boost to them, so it's great to see them. They're doing absolutely amazing work. So hopefully in the next update we'll get them juicy trolls that I've been holding out for so long, man. I just can't wait to charge them with Moloch High and just splatter some dwarf. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah, I think did they update the Dunlendings as well, because
maybe the unit cards. I don't think the units themselves have been updated.
What? Maybe I don't know. The last time I saw the Dunlendings, they were kind of like placeholder Thrones of Britannia units.
I think some have maybe been touched, but for the most part, that's a faction that they're going to go back and completely rework at some point, I think. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this Battle of Helm's Deep. If you did, obviously go drop a like and a comment down below. Check out Apollo's channel. If you're coming from my side, obviously check out my channel, because my channel's dying and I need all the love and support you guys can
It's
give
not
me.
dying.
I can feed my children.
You're a liar, guys. He's lying.
The next one.
Yeah.